I mean, I could look at Kevin Hart for a little bit, but
We're on. Hey, happy Tuesday, y'all. And it's a time, once again, for What's Not in the Case with Mike and Chase. Yeah, because there's no, we don't have any cases today.
No. This is what happens when you work in a music store and you're just too cool and too busy.
You have all these ambitions and ideas, and you just put guitars on couches. That's what we did today. But don't worry, they're safe. It's a nice leather couch.
Yep.
And, yeah, I'm back this week.
More
unlike
importantly,
last week.
Mike's
Hi,
back.
everybody. Happy to be back again.
We're not going to be talking about Cars 2 this week. We're staying on focus this week.
I've never seen it. It would be a short conversation. So. It really would. Yeah, it's good.
No,
Okay,
Jordan,
good.
It's
It
not
sounds like
good. Don't listen to Jordan.
Jordan
It's a
should have
bad
cut the
movie.
feed, it sounds like, and he did not, but that's all right. That's
man.
all right. Yeah, happy to be back here, friends. Chase, thanks for holding it down
I'm
while I
just
was
so
on
glad
my
you're back. I missed your
part
handsome face.
time. Well, likewise. Faces, you get missed sometimes, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just miss those moments where we both say something that's just like, all right, it
don't
just
know.
kind of moves on.
Time to move on from there. But yeah, we decided today, what did we say? Left of center with Fender?
Yeah, left to center fenders.
Yeah. So we're going to be highlighting some of our favorite guitars we got here in the shop. They're going to be,
All kind of
Fender
custom
stuff,
shops.
but not your normal versions.
No, these we kind of picked out the ones that we thought
Yeah.
were kind of, to me, honestly, some of the custom shop experience where it's like you're not finding this on a production model, especially like the two that we got in our hands right now. But like, we just picked out kind of the cool stuff that's
Some
like,
cool stuff,
They do a lot of reissues and a lot of stuff that's awesome.
Awesome guitars.
But this is the cool stuff. To
We
me.
call a lot of these what we call team builds. We're lucky being one of the premier Fender custom shop dealers in the U.S. that we finally get to just go out there and mix and match and pick and choose and kind of come up with our own recipes or stuff now.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. So it's like the real custom version, if you ask me, and that's what really kind of trips my trigger
Yeah.
when we get to some of these. Like I said, nothing against the cool reissues.
Oh, no, they're great.
This is something different, though. And
Those are for the guy who just wants the Fender he's always dreamed about.
Yeah.
This is for the guy who's like, I want my own thing, my own kind of guitar.
Well, let's start with the one that you got in your hand since it's already
Yeah.
plugged in and looking cool. At first glance, it's just kind of a Nashville Telly, but man, I've never seen one quite like that.
No, this one, first of all, it's got this kind of like sweet lipstick red kind of color to it, and it's not gloss. It's glossy, but it's not metallic. So I
Yeah.
like the kind of matte gloss on here. Got some checking on here. Someone was really bad at changing strings at some point.
At some point, they
There you
just
go.
could
You
not.
can see.
They just could
Could
not
not
make
put
it
the
happen.
string in the right way.
Could not make it happen.
You got some neck worn. We got gold hardware on it.
Which
That's
really
honestly-
looks sharp.
It's a nice accent.
I either love it or don't on guitars, and I wouldn't have said put gold hardware on that, but I'm glad somebody didn't listen to me.
This screams like 60s sports car to me. Like it's
Yeah.
but not like your average sports car. Like this is the thing that shows up, doesn't look like it should run, but then it smokes everybody else. But
Yeah,
I
that's a
don't
great way to
know.
put it.
This pickup I've not seen in a Telecaster really before because it's a lot thinner. It's a lot smaller. I don't know much about this pickup.
I've seen those in some of the custom shop ones, and I wish I had a better description of what it is. But
Yeah.
it's almost still like your Telly, lipstick pickup, but it's just with the poles exposed there. It does
Yeah.
have a little bit of a different tonality. But you find a lot of those on some of the custom shop guitars, and this thing sounds like a Strat though.
Oh yeah.
With the Telly attitude. Why don't you give them just a little rundown of those controls? I know you found
Yeah.
love in the 2 position back there.
Oh
but
yeah, so just
start at
simple,
number 1 and see what
simple
happens.
volume and tone.
Yeah.
And then this is your bridge pickup. That's just Telly bridge. One of the best bridge pickups you could
Seriously.
ever get.
And playing through a Harmony amplifier today.
Because this is kind of honestly left of center from Fender as well. This
Exactly.
is not a Fender amplifier, but it kind of is a Fender amplifier. It's got the Jensen speakers, 6 L6s for most of them. I think maybe the 5 does run 6v6. I can't remember.
I think the bigger one does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is awesome because you have a built-in power attenuator, gain pull boost, actual spring reverb, and the
A
tank.
lot of
in there.
features in this cool amplifier for sure.
Honestly, tone-wise, what you're getting is kind of a tweed and a blackface mixed together. And so, like, you can get that nice grit of just.
It's like a garage rock amplifier,
Yeah.
man. I love
Yeah.
it. It sounds great.
Yeah, but that's your. It's just great. It's a great pairing together. Like
Yeah.
you said, garage rock.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the black key song. The only one I know is a. Oh, I lost my pick. I threw it all. I can't do it because you have to use a whammy pedal and go down.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I tuned all these guitars up for us today, unlike some of the other shows. And leave it to Chase. It's like, oh, you tuned them, you say.
Oh, dude.
Allow me.
You know what guitar I'm still waiting for us to get in a custom shop? I want us to get a B-Bender so bad.
Oh, man. I messed with one once. My buddy's dad had one, and I was not nearly good enough to know what to do with it at the time. But they are neat. Who was the Brent Mason one, right? That was a pretty sweet one. I think we had a few of those when I first started working for Palin. We sold them all within a few days. I didn't even get to plug one in. Heartbreaker.
So that's your bridge pickup.
Yeah.
Then position number 2, since you have a middle position, it's very much like a Strat.
Spanky. It's got that. Sounds real
I'm
good.
sorry, I butchered it. Now it's not staying in tune.
Oh, jeez.
And then you got your classic middle position, very underrated, just great sounding pickup.
Yeah, nice, full, balanced. It just sounds great. Sounds really good.
I love this for
Yeah.
soloing. It's one of my favorite pickups to use for solo. But then you've got 4th position, which gets really stratty on here, but just a little bit more,
Yeah.
telly on here. But
There's nothing wrong with Strat and that. So, dad joke. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
then-
great.
And then nice and warm and thick up in the neck, right?
Yep.
Yeah. See, that sounds good, man.
Yep. Gotta give it a little tap, But yeah, that is the rundown.
Maybe on the Tremonti amp it'd work
Maybe
a little
on the
better, but
Tremonti.
yeah, it sounds good. It sounds good.
That is
Yeah.
the rundown of this one. This official model is the limited edition Hot Shot Telly.
Oh, Rod wants to hear our theme song, the tuning song. Well, we've tuned up today, Rod. Don't worry. I think I'm with you all the guitars. So sorry to let you down. We won't be playing our greatest hit today.
Mike did do well. I'm the one who
I
butchered
tried.
it.
I tried.
Well, now it's Mike's turn to show off his
Oh,
guitar.
man. So I, for whatever reason, only grabbed one Strat, but I'm partial to Telecasters. So what are we
Well,
going to
because
do?
it's the right answer.
It is the right answer. That is true.
On the 8th day, God created the Telecaster is what happened.
But this thing is a Strat in name only. 2 humbuckers, 3 pickup switch, so we're not trying too hard to expand the tonal palette. We're just giving you rock and roll. I like it when sometimes a guitar eliminates options for me.
Yeah.
I don't need that many options.
Not every guitar
Yeah.
needs to be versatile. Sometimes they need to just do one thing and do their one thing only.
You do get to set a tone for each, but it's going to be a master volume for the entire guitar. But with that, it's just pretty basic. Now, the handsome, the talented Nate White is standing right over there. Hey, Nate, was this...
He's not listening.
He's not listening. Nate's not listening. He's handsome, but he's not paying
Unless
attention.
he's
right
on
now.
camera, he don't listen.
No. But this might have been a team build out of his own beautiful brain here. So I don't remember exactly what the pickups are in this thing.
I'm not sure either. I know he said it. My money is probably the Bridges of Seymour Duncan Antiquity. That's almost what he picks every time. This guitar, honestly, if you were like covered this in a Not Show Me Fender, I would believe this is probably just like another good boutique company. Because this is just close enough to somewhat the Fender identity, but everything is not Fender. Flame roasted maple neck, quilted body on top, humbucker, and then a technical looks like P90 sized humbucker in the neck, but it also kind of looks like it could be a trick and slightly like a Jazzmaster. But block inlays, you put block inlays on a guitar, man. I'm
Sign me
there
up.
for it.
And you don't see that on a Strat too much,
No,
too. And that's why I really dig this guitar, because it's something so familiar, especially with like a flame top. But then, usually when you see a quilted top like this, people don't want to put pick guards on it.
No.
I'm sorry. I love pick guards. I don't care.
Depends on the guitar
love
for
it.
me.
I
I
love
think Les Pauls look better without a pick guard. But once again, it
This
also
is why we
depends on the Les Paul.
respectfully disagree. Exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's
then
like a
in the-
suit and tie. You don't wear the same tie, and you don't wear a tie to every event. This to me is a player strat. Like if some dude shows up to this in the studio, I know he's about to lead down some devious links.
Yeah. Exactly. So you're gonna get a lot of different kind of sounds out of it. I mean, you would think, oh, this is gonna get me in the Les Paul realm. Well, kind of actually, but
Honestly, bridge pickup reminds me of a 58.
it's crunchy.
Yeah. That's a good bridge pickup.
It sounds really nice. Man, yeah, it's cool. So yeah, we get to have fun playing with all the fancy toys here.
Looks
and
like
looking
a
at the custom
ST
shop stuff.
Fat Cat to him. Oh, Seymour Duncan Fat Cat.
Oh.
That's what I thought when I saw this. It looks like a humbucker size P90. That was my bet.
Well, you know what? It is actually, but that on the neck, isn't it? Because
That's-
those holes in
yeah.
the middle. Yeah, that is a P90, isn't it? See, this is why we collaborate and listen
Which
to our
is
friends.
good for me to know because I have a Telecaster at home. I've been thinking about putting those in there, and I was curious how they sounded, and now I know.
Sounds really good. Thank you, Max, for the clarification. Max Walling.
is so smart. Yeah,
He knows
Maxwell
everything.
Walling. Everybody give a hand for Maxwell Walling.
Yay, Max!
Woo!
Max to the max.
Maximus.
Maximus. All right, your turn.
My turn. My
Red
turn.
dog.
Oh man.
Red dog for the red head. Oh, come on. There we go.
That's a good output, Jack. Nothing's coming out during the middle of the show. So this one almost tempted me to buy it as soon as we got it because this is probably one of the best playing Telecasters
It's cool.
I have ever played in my life. So this
And
is,
pretty left of center for Fender, if you ask
Oh,
me. Too.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
This is the Red Dog Mike Campbell limited edition Telecaster. So if you don't know who Mike Campbell is, Mike, tell him who Mike Campbell is.
Well, if you don't know who Mike Campbell is, I'm going to need you to tune into a different episode, okay? That's all I got to say about that.
Jordan,
no,
look at
I'm
Max's
sorry.
comment.
I'm sorry. We're here to educate, not give people all the time. Mike Campbell, the lead guitar player for the Heartbreakers, as in Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. One of the classiest, tastiest guitar players out there.
One of the best guitar players who always serves as a song. Like it might not have been the flashiest, but he always wrote and played the right
The
part.
perfect part for whatever went on.
Underrated.
Mike Campbell. Yeah, so this was a guitar that he had made up in the late 70s, early 80s. I think famously their version, this was featured on Refugee. I think when they say, well, this is the guitar that was on that song for sure. But if you look back into that early stuff of the Heartbreakers as they were getting rolling, you can see Tom and Mike both playing this guitar.
Yeah.
You know, they were just buddies. They shared gear. They shared all kinds of stuff, and it's killer. Aside from 3 pickups and a Bigsby, what else makes this thing a little more unique?
So the thing that's really funny that not really important, but Mike and I were freaking out over when we first got this. It's missing that little hole thing, whatever you want to call it there, and we thought we lost it.
Where did it
We
go?
panicked and
Looking
looked around
through
the
the case.
warehouse floor through the case. We thought we had screwed up big time.
Turns out, period correct. So-
Yep, period correct. It doesn't have it. It's really hard to see on camera, but it's got a beautiful check job on here.
Yeah,
Like
it's so
relic-
subtle.
Very nice.
But yeah, it's just everything's just cracked just enough. Left under the tour bus in January. They brought it in the hotel room, and there it is.
But I think, honestly, the coolest thing about this guitar and why it's so wicked is anywhere you play it, just sounds good. You got this little button here. That
Turbo.
is the fuzz circuit that is built into the guitar that gives 30 decibel boost to the signal.
It does.
And makes this thing a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah.
If you ever thought Tom Petty could ever need such a thing.
Well, he did. He did for a
But
few songs for sure.
It is so cool. And what's great is if you're a player who's like, man, that's too much
That's a
for
lot.
me. That's a lot. You can take off I almost said instrument panel like it's a car, but you can take off the plate over here, flip it over, and you have a gain and volume selection on there.
so you can fine tune it to your play style, but they send it to you Mike Campbell style on full on rock and roll steroids, and it's great. Yeah.
Not quite Duesenberg smooth, but still pretty smooth. But
Yeah, no.
this is what we're all waiting for.
nothing.
I did not touch the amp.
No.
I did not do anything. That's just
Yeah.
the fuzz circuit. So if I
The
turned it
fuzz
off,
circuit. Much more tame, much more telly-like. But
yeah. But then you get.
man, seriously. What Petty song was that? That's good.
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know
love
too
it.
many Petty songs that
Man.
would actually make use of that fuzz circuit.
Well, I don't know either. Yeah, but
yeah.
what a neat guitar. It's a chunky boy. I mean, what'd that weigh in?
Oh, this thing's heavy.
Yeah, I mean, it's 900 pounds,
Here's
right?
what this thing was really meant for. She's a good, and then you just.
That's, yeah. She's free Oh, yeah. That was the first version that they
Yeah,
scrapped.
they
and then it's like,
tanked it.
what if we tried it on a 12-string
Yeah.
and made it a little softer?
They actually, this is for every song.
They
This-
got
it
British
just never
accents
worked.
and did that.
That's like honestly all you play for the whole song for American Girl.
Yeah. It's basically it, yeah.
But yeah, and that's just the bridge pickup. You still have, you know, humbucker. You got like a Strat 5-way toggle on here.
So yeah, you got the in-between. You got the
That's
1 through
position
5.
2.
That's position 2, yeah. So you get that Strat-like tone again.
Position 3, which is very underrated with the humbucker. This is
That
great.
sounds real good. No, it's
Fourth
more.
position. Great.
Works for me.
Neck
Yeah,
pickup. Just neck
bluesy
pickup.
humbucker up there. It just sounds awesome.
And then
yeah. Yeah. No. There you go. There's
this is
your
what
song.
Eddie Van Halen
Yeah,
originally
that's
wanted
some
was
Eddie Van Taylor. Eddie Van Telly right
Eddie
there.
Van Taylor.
Yeah, that thing's killer. And they call that what, the Story Series. So they have a few
Yeah.
other guitars out like this. They're going to be,
The Michael Landau, I think, fits in.
yeah, not like straight up custom shop, but these are going to be beyond your standard
well, that's the
Fender
crazy part.
builds.
Yeah,
and-
it's still a team-built custom shop.
Yeah.
But what's crazy to me is like this is $3,500
I want to say, yeah, what,
Normal
34?
team-built is normally like $4,600
You're starting
for
at,
a
yeah,
base price. So
45 and
like,
up, yeah.
you can get a full-on custom shop experience. Have a really cool guitar that, like, yes, it is technically a Mike Campbell signature, but that's one of the things I like about this too. There's no insignia other than like on the back it says Red Dog, but it's like if you were to take this to a gig and someone doesn't know what it is, this is your signature. This is your guitar.
There's
It
gonna
doesn't
think that's cool,
scream
and they're going to try to steal
someone
it.
else's.
Exactly. Exactly.
But,
It's
yeah,
rad.
this thing's
yeah.
sweet.
It's super cool. It's super cool. Jimmy Smith, you are correct. That freaking telly is nice. And
Heck yeah,
it's that's the only way to describe it.
Well,
You may have seen me talk about this guitar once or twice
Oh, yeah.
in stores.
I got you.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Turn the amp down a little bit. We broke it with the Red Dog.
We broke it with the Red Dog. It'll do it every once in a while.
That's
so,
rock and roll, Jordan. You can't tell me to quiet down. That's anti rock and roll, man. Jordan's the man. He's trying to put me down, man. Oh yeah.
So this thing, a Thin Line Esquire. This is kind of your secret weapon, if you ask me. It looks so unassuming. What I love about this, though, is a few key features. It's got the control plate. It's been turned around from your normal Telecaster. So you got your volume and tone, but they put the pickup selection towards the rear. I like that. I did
Oh,
that
yeah.
to my Telecaster.
I
think
did it on my.
just
I have
it's-
mine on that. My
It's
Telecaster.
well, I called it the Nate
That's
White mod
all.
because he was the first person I saw to ever do it. But then
I think it's called like the
I did it.
Nashville mod,
Yeah,
technically.
yeah, it probably is.
But
something
honestly,
like that,
Nashville
yeah.
gets too much credit for anything anyway. So if you're watching from
Seriously.
Nashville, get over yourself. We're doing something different.
Get over yourself.
And you just see like all 5 viewers just drop out there.
Oh, that's everybody. But the other cool thing, one of the other cool features is they have your standard Tele pickup in the bridge position here, but they've flipped it. So you got the bass
Flip-flop.
side closer to the actual bridge with the treble side a little further away. So even though you still get that bright Tele sound, it's meatier on the high end.
Yeah. It honestly kind of solves the problem of some Telecasters being a little too thin. Gives the
I agree.
articulation to the low end and then gives you some smoothness on high. Now, Mike, do me a favor because I always get switched around. Explain the Esquire controls because if you look on, it's like, well, why do I need a three-way switch for a one pickup guitar?
Well, exactly, and that's great question, Chase. So this one's actually slightly different from your standard Esquire,
Hey,
though.
you don't have to confuse which pickups are which on this one.
Not
You
on this
got
one.
it.
I don't just. There's
What
one,
pickup
man.
is
That's
it,
all.
Mike?
The bridge.
Heck yeah, Mike.
Neck.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. It's whatever I call it today.
It's whatever I want, boy.
So back here, it's going to operate just like it should. You got, and then you got your tones. You can roll off the tone. No, I'm sorry. I'm backwards, aren't I?
Hold on. Did we break another one?
Nope, I didn't. I'm just reversed. So that's right. In the back, this is what they call true bypass. So this is just ready to go. Your tone knob is disabled. So this is just, this is the very back position.
Okay, so like position one.
So position one, yeah, I guess it would just be gained up. So if you want to just play a solo, if you got it, rolled back a little bit and you're having a good time. Well, no, it doesn't do that.
So I'd say you're in the right vein. It's probably just more so that it doesn't incorporate the circuit for the tone, but it is a little bit hotter.
Correct. What Chase said. So then you move to the middle here. It's going to operate like you think a guitar should operate. So your volume, and then your tone can change as well.
Oh, that sounds weird.
It does sound kind of.
Sounds weird, but cool. It almost has got like, it kind of gives off like a rubber bridge vibe, almost, if it was a little bit more staccato.
Yeah. So just it's a unique tone. That's what I'm saying. This is a left of center.
Yeah. Left
of center Fender. But my favorite thing about this guitar is when you move it up to the third position up front, it has kind of similar to the Mike Campbell thing, a half-cocked wah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So
cool.
It's like you have that pedal built in on the Red Dog, but maybe not as gainy and throaty. This is maybe a little more of
Yeah.
an approachable thing, but they say it's like for that chicken picking.
I'm glad you're trying out that one because I can't chicken pick to save my life. Come on, get some meat, boy.
I love this guitar. I think if someone just say, Mike, pick one and leave happy, I'm just grabbing this.
Honestly, what
There's
cracks me up
too
is you're
many
giving
options.
off like the farm vibe with your plaid shirt today and this. Like,
Yeah. Who doesn't like a
Farmer
picnic and a
Mike.
Telecaster? You know what I'm saying? Where's my sandwich? Yeah.
yeah, that's.
I love this guitar. I love this guitar. But yeah, then
Man, Mike's such a good
Man,
player.
I love
Round of
it.
applause. W's in the
oh,
chat
thank
for
you.
Mike.
I'm just
W's
making
in the
stuff
chat for
up.
Mike.
Just making stuff up.
What's really weird is Mike was helping me test out a guitar earlier today, and we were playing it through a pretty high gain amp. And like Mike does not normally play music with high gain, and like I heard him play, it's like that just sounds odd. I don't
you're
normally
kind.
hear you playing with the high gain. It
No.
sounded great, but it's like that's not Mike.
I felt a little out of my element with it for sure, but it was, man. I see why
It
you guys
sounded
all.
good.
I see why you guys in Sweet
Yeah.
Boys all plug into those things. They are.
Mike can
fun.
chug. Mike can hang with the best
They
of them
are
and chug a
fun.
little bit.
Now this is another one that I just fell in love with right away. Mainly because look at it. Just look at it. Are you looking at it? It is so look at it cool. Look at this thing. So it's got the Fender Bigsby on there. Your standard
The Figsby, if
the
you will.
Figsby as we call
Fig
it.
Newton Bigsby.
The Fig Newton Bigsby.
Sponsored by
Yes.
Fig Newton.
It's got a really neat bridge and saddle configuration on there,
Yeah.
though.
This kind of reminds me of like a Coronado bridge. Is
Yeah.
what it kind of reminds me of. That kind of like half smile, weird rolled saddle, so it's not your T-style or anything. Does the Mike Campbell have it? No, because see, like the Mike Campbell is like your traditional saddles in kind of a almost shape like a piece like this.
Yeah.
But it's not the same. This is, like I said, you can't really see it too well on the camera, but it reminds me of a Coronado bridge.
But yeah, really cool. It's got like basically just 2 brass saddles with it that are just angled like you normally do with your standard brass saddle adaptation, but they're rounded off, so it's going to be really good and really useful for the Bigsby. It's just cool. It's just a thing. You see somebody walk in with that, and you're like, man, this guy, I bet he's got a hairy chest. I don't know. I'm trying to do my Nate White
again.
Yeah. You walk into the bar and I see you get that guitar, and I'm like, man, that guy's got some chest hair.
This guy, I feel like
he likes to eat the crust on his bread.
If I was to watch
right?
him at a bar, what he would do is he'd do like one of those tornado things with the bottle, chug it, and then use it as a slide and just absolutely blow the
I know
house
that
down.
guy. Yeah.
I don't know.
But sounds great. Sounds great. But one of the other things I really like about it, it's basically got a Jazzmaster pickup in the
Not basically,
in
it
the
is a
neck.
Jazzmaster
It is a Jazzmaster. Yeah.
Let's go to that.
Let's just jump right up.
I'm good. You just gotta wait. And then it comes back.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's tasty.
The only Tele we've brought out too with the rosewood neck too, which is really pretty sweet. Yeah, I guess Strat had it, but yeah, I love a rosewood on a Telecaster. I think it just adds a little something. They look cool. The clay dots on that thing too are just a neat addition.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. You can't hardly put a bad Tele in my hands, man. I love
This
it.
got put in my hands, and I'm not even thinking about showing off because it feels so good. But
It's
like
so cool.
kind of that butterscotch, nice and worn down in the right spots. It has a disease on the back. Something.
Oh,
right, just
no.
there.
Did
And
you do
then
that?
worn
You're
neck.
trying to sell that as a new
No,
man? Okay.
No. But like, yeah, this thing's awesome, and honestly, just like, it's still got the Telecaster identity behind it. But like, man, that neck in this middle pickup just gives it so much more than what you. Kind of a little bit of that too.
Wasn't me, tuned it.
Because it almost gets a little stratty with how fat that neck pickup is. But
That's
I caught my hand on the Bigsby.
A really neat tone combination in the middle, though. That's where this thing's really going to sound like something you haven't really heard before. Because, it's got the Tele pickup. Everybody's heard of Jazzmaster. For those two together on a Telecaster in the middle position, there is your left of center fender. See? We're living up to the name today, friends. We're doing good. What do you mean learn how to play?
I just was all over the place.
We'll play Tremonti next week, haven't we? Or I'll play Tremonti when you're not here, because
Yeah.
Chase will be gone
You
next
should do
week.
that. Do a high gain show when I'm not
I
here.
will. Oh, that would just be the funniest. Yeah. That is a cool guitar, though.
Purr, as the kids say.
Purr, as the kids say. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think
That's a
that
winner.
leaves this- Oh, yeah.
I think we're down to one more. We're down to one more.
One more.
So you may have seen us, well, I don't know. We've probably shown this guitar off a little bit. We weren't doing What's in the Case when we got this one a few months ago.
This is the other one we're showing off all the time, other than the chartreuse strap. But now that thing's gone, this thing's back on.
But this one was also, like the Chartreuse Strat, from the mind of good old Nathaniel White. And I'm honestly surprised he didn't flip the plate on this one. Because,
Honestly, yeah, I'm kind of surprised
yeah.
too.
I mean, what up with that? So this one's going to operate a lot like the other Esquire I was saying, where I just rolled the volume back, or the tone back, and guess what? Didn't do anything. So at the very back, true bypass, just like, God intended. In the middle, it's still bypassing. What's happening here? Is it a phase thing? So we got, oh yeah.
I wonder if it's not phase, if it's coil split. And it's because I think that's what it is.
think
I
it
remember
is,
reading
yeah.
the manual. What it does is one of them splits it, and you're on this coil, The other time it splits it, you're on this coil.
Ah, man.
So if you didn't see what I was saying, what basically you got your 2 coils. The one of the positions, just the bottom one works, and the other one, just the top one works, and then you just have your full high. And
So then
stock
forward
with
would
Seymour
be
Duncan Antiquity.
Or is that the split?
That sounds like a split to me.
So maybe, okay, so maybe forward is this. Like you're saying middle, the back. Yeah,
Yeah,
different.
that's definitely another
Then
split.
back is just, it's a humbucker.
Yeah, and that's the thing why I know why he picked that Antiquity. But part of the reason why the Antiquity works so well with Fender stuff is because it still carries the characteristics that it needs to have. Like even in a humbucker mode, it still has the telly twang.
Yeah, it still does sound like a Telecaster.
With the reverse headstock, which is a very nice touch to be honest. I don't know the words other than I'm a soul man.
Tell him, Steve. That's another part he says on there. I don't.
I remember watching the movie like a couple times, and my dad had zero idea what the plot was or any of it making sense.
It doesn't matter. The whole plot is to get to that point of the movie where they play that, and
Yeah.
that's basically the coolest thing ever. I've been lucky enough to play that song with a full band and horn line.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
It's almost nothing more satisfying than to bust
That's
into
pretty
Soul
cool.
Man with a 14-piece band. It's pretty great. Yeah. But I mean, I'm in love, and this was fun. I like showing off some of the why some of these things are different. If you know, they can just look like a guitar, and sometimes you don't understand the stuff under the hood, and
We can talk about normal
sometimes
strats
we
and
don't understand
tellies.
the stuff under the hoods.
We can talk about normal strats and tellies all day long, but like this is the custom shop experience, stuff that you're not finding out in the wild that's just weird, but still usable. I'm okay with the guitar being weird as long as it's still usable. I don't want to set the world on fire. Yeah. Oh man.
We were both playing 2 different songs there, but that's okay.
Oh, you're playing something. Sorry, it starts out the same as like.
It kinda does,
I used
yeah.
to do that all the time at work when the new Fallout TV show came on, and me and Elijah went back and started playing the game.
that's a great show.
I'd walk around playing that and just. I don't.
No, I was doing the Three Amigos. What is that? Moon shadows on the trail.
Completely unrelated, but I just think it's the.
Tired cowboy. God, that's about all I'm going.
Just a cool little positive note to end on is like how cool music is, because like my grandma is currently in the hospital recovering from a broken hip, and she's got some dementia, so she doesn't really always remember what's going on. But we were all visiting her, and all the way down the hall, someone's blaring El Paso by Marty Robbins.
Yeah.
And growing up, when we'd stay at her house, the radio was always on. It was always country music, like old country music, and that song came on all the time, and we all just stopped talking. It was like, and she was like, I love this song. It's the Marty Robbins song. And it was a really sweet
Yeah,
moment.
music can just kind of bring you back around, right?
Yeah,
and,
but-
and bring you back into it. So.
Marty Robbins, man.
Yeah,
What a great,
he's wonderful,
guy.
absolutely wonderful. Well, friends,
We must
hey,
bid
what
ya.
is up, buddy?
I got confused here.
What are we doing?
You just watched
We
the
can't do
Mafia
that.
Bride.
All right. Thank you, Larry. Oh man, I get confused too.
Jordan cut the feet off
Well,
before the IRS
cut the feet. I don't know what
starts
just
knocking on his
happened.
door.
We just have random. This happens to me all the time. You know, it's usually on stage
Normally,
late at night, but it's
There's a
you know,
button
whatever.
coming down or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, usually there's a few more requirements before that happens. what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You just roll with it when it's live, right? So, Jordan, no, God, that feet.
Oh man.
Oh, man. Well, happy Tuesday,
I
everybody.
can't believe I just watched like that happen. What's in the case is tax fraud, I guess.
I guess so. All right. Well, yeah, next time.
It's just you next time.
It's just me next
I'll be
Tuesday, so-
on the sunny beaches reading a
Yeah.
book.
I might bring a friend. Greg's going to be here. I said, Greg, why don't we do a What's in the Case with Greg and
That'd be
Mike?
fun.
It doesn't rhyme, but it might be cool. So who
What's
knows?
in the
What's in
what's
the
in-
case with
what's in the-
Mike and Greg?
what's in the-
We'll sort it out. You know, it might be a yeah.
What's in the, hold on, I can think of it. Hold on. What's on the reg with Mike and Greg?
Yeah, there we go. Okay, see, we're working on
There
it.
you go. There you go.
Every show's a theme song around here, friends. But yeah, tomorrow, me and the handsome, the talented Mr. Nathaniel White, we shall be playing some more fun music.
Yeah.
I have a fun idea of what we're going to do tomorrow, but I haven't ran it past Nate yet, so I guess I'll let you guys wait and find out. But other than
There's
that,
Nate right there.
Thursday we're gonna have the smooth hour. Friday, the boys back on the sofa. Jordan behind the camera, never cutting the feed, but that's all right because we're doing good today, so that's all right. Yeah, we appreciate you all tuning in and chiming in with us.
Remember what Optimist Prime said.
Yeah.
Autobots roll with it.
Don't forget your towel. Exactly. What's Hitchhiker's Guide? Same thing.
I think that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, we're done.
Cars 2 still
Love
sucks.
y'all.